In the town of Amara, nestled between lush green hills and a river that whispered ancient secrets, lived the most famous dressmaker in the region, Madame Abeni. Her shop, Red Thread Design, was always buzzing with activity. Women of all ages came from far and wide to have their clothes made by the skilled hands of Madame Abeni and her team. Her work was flawless and her designs were unmatched. But there was one particular thing about her shop. Every measuring tape used in the store was red. No one in Amara questioned this oddity. To them, it was simply part of Madame Abeni's charm. She's eccentric, they would say, laughing it off. But to Madame Abeni, the red measuring tapes were not just tools of her trade. They were a rule, an unbreakable code. She had instructed her workers that on no account should any other color of measuring tape be used. Her workers, though curious, dare not disobeyed. After all, Madame Abeni was not just their employer, she was a legend. One bright morning, a newcomer arrived in Amara. Her name was Adaora, a spirited woman with an aura of curiosity and confidence that turned heads wherever she went. She had moved to town for a fresh start, leaving behind the hustle and bustle of Lagos. Adaora was quick to make friends, and it wasn't long before she heard whispers about Madame Abeni's shop. Every woman she met had only glowing reviews about the dressmaker. "You must visit Madame Abeni," said Nkechi, her neighbor. "She will make you the most beautiful clothes you've ever worn." Intrigued, Adaora decided to visit the famed shop. She had a few outfits that needed adjustment and was eager to see what the fuss was about. When she arrived at the Red Thread Design, the sight took her breath away. The shop was alive with colors and textures. Rolls of fabric lined the walls, and the air buzzed with the hum of sewing machines. Madame Abeni, a tall woman with piercing eyes and a commanding presence, greeted her warmly. "Welcome, my dear. How may I help you today?" Adaora explained her needs, and Madame Abeni nodded, motioning one of her assistants to bring a measuring tape. The assistant returned with a bright red tape, and that was when Adaora's curiosity triggered. She noticed that every worker in the shop had the same red measuring tape hanging around their necks. Not a single one was yellow, green, or white. Adaora couldn't resist asking Madame Abeni, "I've noticed something unusual about here. Why do you only use red measuring tapes?" The room fell silent. The assistant exchanged nervous glances, and Madame Abeni's smile faltered for a brief moment. She quickly regained her composure and replied, "Red is my favorite color. It brings me good luck, new clients, more money, and all thanks to the red tapes." Though the answer seemed simple, Adaora's intuition told her that there was more to the story. She decided to let it go for the moment, but made a mental note to dig deeper. Later that day, Adaora visited the Amara market. As she strolled through the vibrant stalls, she struck up conversations with the locals, steering the topic towards Madame Abeni. Most people had nothing but praise for the dressmaker, but a few spoke in hushed tones. "She's brilliant, but there's something odd about her," an old fabric seller confided. "Those red tapes of hers, they are not just for measuring, you know." "What do you mean?" Adaora pressed. The seller looked around nervously before leaning closer. "They say the tapes have powers, some kind of charm or juju. That's why no one dares to ask too many questions." Adaora's heart raced. She asked the seller and asked again, "What do you mean by that?" The old seller said, "They say the tapes have some kind of juju, some charm. Adaora thanked the seller and left. Her mind filled with possibilities. Was there truly something supernatural about the red tapes, or was it just a tale spun by the superstitious minds? Determined to uncover the truth, Adaora returned to red thread design the next day. She requested an appointment with Madame Abeni, pretending to be interested in a custom gown. As Madame Abeni worked on her sketches, Adaora casually brought up the red tapes again. "Madam, you must be so proud of your work," she began. "But I'm curious, has anyone ever questioned your use of red tapes?" Madame Abeni's eyes narrowed. "Why do you keep asking about the tapes?" she said, her tone sharp. "I mean no disrespect," Adaora replied. "I just find it fascinating. Surely there must be a deeper reason." Madame Abeni stood abruptly, her chair scraping against the floor. "Some things are better left alone," she said coldly. "Curiosity can be dangerous, my dear." Adaora felt a chill run down her spine. She thanked Madame Abeni and left, but the encounter only fueled her determination. Adaora decided to seek answers about this encounter and from a spiritual perspective. She visited Mama Ife, a well-known seer in Amara. Mama Ife was an elderly woman with a presence that commanded respect. Adaora explained her encounter with Madame Abeni and her suspicion about the red tapes. Mama Ife closed her eyes and muttered incantation under her breath. And after a long silence, she opened her eyes and said, "The red tapes are not ordinary. They are a vessel for something dark. Madame Abeni's success is tied to them, but at a cost. The spirits demand payment, and she must ensure the tapes are always in use." Adaora's heart pounded. What kind of payment? Mama Ife's expression was grief. The life force of those who come to her, slowly, subtly. That is why her clients never question her. Why they always return. They are bound to her. Amara, armed with this knowledge, knew that she had to act. She returned to Madame Abeni's shop one final time. This time, her presence was resolute, her spirit unyielding. "I know what you've been doing," she said, her voice steady. Madame Abeni's face turned pale. "You don't know what you're talking about," she snapped. "The red tapes," Adaora continued. "They are not just for measuring. They are part of a ritual, aren't they? You've been using them to make more than just measurement." Madame Abeni's mask of confidence crumbled. "You should have stayed out of this," she hissed. "You don't understand what's at stake." "Then explain it to me," Adaora challenged. "Let the truth come out." Realizing she was cornered, Madame Abeni confessed. She revealed that years ago, she made a pact with the spirit to ensure her success. The spirit had given her the red tapes, which would channel its power. In return, the spirit fed on the energy of her clients. The more clients she had, the more powerful the spirit became. "I didn't mean for it to go this far," Madame Abeni said, tears streaming down her face. "But once I started, I couldn't stop. The spirit won't let me." Adaora's heart ached for the woman, but she knew something had to be done. "You can't keep doing this," she said firmly. "We must end it." With Mama Ife's guidance, Adaora and Madame Abeni performed the ritual to sever the pact. It was a harrowing experience, filled with chants, prayers, and moments of intense fear. The spirit resisted, but Adaora's unwavering faith and Madame Abeni's genuine remorse proved stronger. When the ritual was complete, the red tapes turned to ash. Madame Abeni fell to her knees, weeping. "It's over," she whispered. Word spread quickly about what had happened. Some people avoided Madame Abeni's shop. Others forgave her, recognizing the courage it took to break free from the spirit's grip. Adaora became a hero in Amara, admired for her bravery and determination. As for Madame Abeni, she continued her work, but with a renewed sense of repose. She no longer needed the red tapes or supernatural assistant. Her talent and hard work were enough. And so, life in Amara went on. But the tale of the red measuring tape remained a story that mothers told their daughters, a reminder of the power of courage and the importance of questioning the world around us. Moral lesson: curiosity and courage can lead to the truth. Adaora's curiosity and determination to uncover the truth highlight the importance of questioning the existing condition, even when it's uncomfortable or risky. Beware of shortcuts to success. Madame Abeni's pact with the spirit is a reminder that shortcuts often come with hidden cost. The true success is built on hard work and integrity. Finally, the power of redemption. Madame Abeni's decision to break the pact shows that it is never too late to make amends and choose a better path. The end. Thank you for listening and please subscribe to this channel. Bye.